Hello, you lovely infinite beings around into your path of exploring the infinite. Thank you for tuning in today's video, in which I'm gonna be telling you why and how exactly you should stop feeling sorry for yourself. In order for you to fulfill lots of unfulfilled and unexpected potential, in order for you to be able to grab on and unlock this next upgrade in your life that you've probably been so deeply wishing for to happen. And that's even regardless of why is that so. I mean, you could be feeling sorry for many reasons, but some of which are maybe you've done some bad mistakes, you've taken some bad decisions, you've made some bad choices at some point in the past, and now you're regretting it because maybe it costed you some losses. It hurt your ego in some way, it ruined your life, it deprived you of that dopamine standard that your ego has been conditioned to expect, and now you're feeling sorry for yourself, you're falling to that self-pity and self-destructive habits, even maybe because one leads to the other. Or maybe you just feel as if something popped out of the blue into your life and it's ruining it. It's also caused you maybe lots of losses, and it's hurting you and it's hurting your ego, and now you're feeling sorry for yourself. Or even worst of all, you may be comparing yourself with others. And it's no joke that there is a proverb, there is a statement that tells you comparison is the thief of joy, because it is the biggest thief of joy. Because what happens when you're comparing yourself, you look left and right, you look all around you, and you find these people telling you about progress, telling you to get off your lazy ass and pursue your dreams and fulfill your mission and find your purpose and go grab your truth, go claim your goals and go achieve your dreams. And then you look at again around you and you find people actually doing that, and they're very good at it, and they're increasing their value, and they're grabbing that success, and they're finding their dreams, they're pursuing their dreams, and they're good at it. And then you look at yourself in comparison and you start feeling less and less worthy, that you're not doing any of this, and you're reluctant and you just can't move perhaps, or you cannot. It's even now, it's making you even hopeless and helpless, seeing all of those people in comparison, through the eyes of comparison around you, doing all of these things, yet you're not able. You have this innate potential within you, but you're not able to work upon achieving it and claiming it. And that what's that gonna do is that it's gonna diminish your self-efficacy. And that is, it's your confidence, it's your belief in oneself, in being able to achieve something, in being able to actually fulfill a mission that you set for yourself, in being able to make a decision and actually stick to it. And it's gonna diminish your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your general outlook, and you're gonna feel maybe your values being depreciated, and you're unworthy. And those are the meanings that the ego are gonna develop within you in order to justify why this is true. Why am I not pursuing my dreams while others are, and they're actually good at it and they're able to do things, but why am I not doing these things? And your ego, to make sense out of this, it's gonna make you feel less worthy, it's gonna make you feel less deserving, devalued, it's gonna depreciate you if you're but I'm gonna be getting more into this later, because first I'm gonna be telling you exactly what this feeling, what living through this self-pity and feeling sorry for yourself and self-destructive brain set in general is doing to your psychology and to your energy, to your mental well-being, and how that, more importantly, how it's imprinting on your energetic vortex, in your energy field, through your subconscious onto your higher self. And second, I'll be telling you exactly why it's even there, and why the ego is actually telling you about it, but versus the real reason that it's there. Why are these feelings are being triggered into you? Why is your higher self making you feel so? Why it's making you to feel less? And that's gonna let you know how to upgrade your life and how to claim that higher potential. So stick around, because I'm gonna tell you about how this whole thing plays out in a complex interrelated framework of psychology and energy between the ego and your spirit. Now, the whole thing about this self-efficacy being diminished and your confidence, your general confidence being depreciated more and more, the thing is you're gonna feel less motivated on doing anything, on achieving anything. You're gonna feel more and more demotivated and reluctant in actually working on any of your dreams or goals or purpose. And the more you dive into this self-pity, that's the more you're gonna resonate with this, and the more you're gonna bury it deep down into your subconscious and conscious, that you're not gonna be able to move past it. So the whole thing is that there's those, for example, those behavioral change models and theories in psychology, one of which that I really like is called the social cognitive theory, and I've spoken about it once or twice in some of my previous videos that I might link them up here somewhere. And essentially it tells you that in order for you to actually achieve any behavioral change, to be able to make a decision of changing a behavior, whether it's, for example, going green, whether it's being self-sufficient or sustainable, or stopping an addiction or quitting any sort of thing, then you might have a self-efficacy. You might believe in yourself being able to achieve that thing. Now, the more you compare yourself, the more you dive into feeling sorry for yourself and self-pity, the more you're gonna diminish your self-efficacy. Alongside that is your confidence, of course. And for example, there's this self-determination theory, which is another behavioral change model, in which one of its statement that you can insinuate from the explanation is that it tells you basically, in order for us humans to evolve mentally, we need to know that we're able to make a decision and fulfill it, to take a choice and go all the way through with it to the end, in order for us to evolve mentally. And once we evolve mentally, now we're able to unlock more of ourself and more of our full potential. And so what you're doing here by feeling sorry for yourself and beating yourself up is that you're cutting those things out of your life, and accordingly, simultaneously, you're cutting your potential of fulfilling your dreams, your potential of pursuing your purpose. But now, more importantly, is what that does to your energy. And what happens is that the more you fall into that self-pity, the more you feel sorry for yourself and how your life is, that the more you're actually straying away from being present. And how that translates into your energetic field is that it actually makes you resonant and aligned with things not going your way, with being devalued, with being worthless, by being undeserving. Because the more you feed these emotions and feelings into your subconscious, the more they radiate out into your energy. And your energy, every action has got a reaction, and the way the universe reacts to this energy you imbue into your field, into your vortex, into the universal records, is by it gives you just that. So if you feel by feeling sorry for yourself, that's translated into your mind is that I'm not worthy. The ego is bringing out all of these false meanings, that I'm not worthy, that I might not be undeserving. That's why I'm not able to do these things. That's why I'm not able to achieve my dreams. And the more it does that, the more this becomes your life. The energy you're vibrating on is of that. And the way the universe reacts is that it gives you this kind of life. It makes your life out of your control. It makes you undeserving in life, because that's what you're basically saying. That's what you're resonating on. So you get that. You must want it. If that's the universe, the way this happens in an energetic conversion is that it's like just that you're asking for it. Okay, you're undeserving, you keep saying these and you keep bringing these into your subconscious, then it happens. It turns out that happens in your life. Every time you try to do something, you lose it. Every time you try to work on something, you stop. Something pops out and it you have to quit. It prevents you from continuing your journey. It prevents you from pursuing your purpose. And that's what happens if energetically in your energetic vortex, if you keep feeling sorry for yourself. But that's not all, because then the ego translates this into I'm unworthy, I don't deserve these things. And so you start believing all of these faux pas meanings that your ego is developing, because it's trying to make sense out of what's happening. Why am I so far back behind everyone else? Okay, then I must be this and that. And so when this happens, you actually even consciously start aligning with that. You find yourself, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to do that anymore, but then it wants to feel better. You want to feel better. So what do? You indulge so deeply into coping mechanisms. Coping mechanisms are usually things, actions that are very high on dopamine release. They are very high on pleasurable feelings and experiences, that are very high on entertainment, perhaps. It could be many things. But every one of us have their coping mechanism, have their way of actually raising our morale after we've been beaten by life, or so we thought, or so we think, because it's not actually a beating. Because the reason, and this is the second major key point to which is gonna lead you to unlock this unclaimed potential, is that you must understand that it's not a beating by life. This is not, you're not being hated, you're not being undeserving, you're not being depleted of your worth or anything of that sort. What really is happening is that your higher being is putting these feelings, putting these emotions in you, because it wants you to work on something. It wants you to complete that unfinished business, that unfinished purpose you're working on, that unfinished mission. It's calling you to actually feel bad in order to feel motivated to work on that thing that you left unfinished. And so you shouldn't feel bad about it, but rather feel motivated, more motivated to work onto something. And that's like the testing ground before your upgrade. It's, you have to affirm to your energetic field, to your higher self, to your subconscious. You have to infuse yourself with this energy, with this shift you want to go through, you're gonna go through. You need to infuse your whole essence with that energy in order for you to manifest it. And then, so whenever you start getting these feelings, you shouldn't beat yourself even up more. But you shouldn't feel sorry for yourself. You shouldn't fall into a loop of self-pity and so on. Because then it's just gonna be a vicious reciprocal determinant cycle. You're gonna go back and around and forth between feeling sorry for yourself and then feeling depreciated and then indulging in self-destructive habits and then trying, reclaiming yourself and trying to work again on your purpose. But then you're gonna get that test again, that extra tease and trigger by your higher self to test you, to affirm that you're able to follow up with this thing through the end. And then again, you're gonna feel very frustrated and you're gonna be laid back, and then you're gonna start feeling that it's too far-fetched, and then you're gonna look around you and compare yourself and go like, oh, these people are already way far ahead of me and I cannot even catch up. And this is how comparison can jeopardize your whole life. It's very detrimental to never indulge in comparing yourself with others, because it holds no good and it's no true. It's just all a construct in your mind. Every one of us has their time to shine. And it's there. Every one of us has their innate potential and infinite potential within them. If we're just willing to listen and willing to take those hard lessons and learn from them and use them for our future endeavors. And so the next time you feel this, you feel sorry for yourself, you find yourself falling in regret and self-pity, and it's diminishing you of your confidence and your self-efficacy and all of these things. You push harder, you start actually trying to be present in order for you to be motivated to work on these things that you're trying to achieve. Because if you listen to all of this with a negative impression, if you start actually taking it as life fighting back against you rather than your higher self pushing you further forward using a strong power, strong pressure, you need to have strong pressure applied onto you in order for you to shine, just like a diamond. But anyway, it is when you know that you must actually work harder and commit and remove all doubt and harbor trust and belief in yourself and your higher self into your purpose and journey in this amazing life. And so whenever you start getting those feelings, then you're being called on to pursue, to unlock and claim your innate infinite potential, my friends. And never distrust in yourself and never disbelief in your purpose, and just fall back and be crushed by this hit or by those emotional conundrums or complications you're having, and rather keep grinding and keep pursuing your purpose, and it will eventually manifest one way or another. With that being said, I'd like to wish you the best of blessings and best of luck with your endeavors. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. See you soon.